One of my first memories of wanting to be a veterinarian involved having a pony on my farm, and it cut its leg, and the veterinarian came out and anesthetized it in the field and then sutured up her leg. I sat on her neck and ran anesthesia as an 8-year-old, which basically just meant that I told him if she was starting to move a little bit.
Dr. Michelle L. Tucker has emerged as a rising star in large animal surgery, driven by her interdisciplinary knowledge, exceptional surgical skills, passion for research, and mentoring abilities.
My career journey has been kind of interesting. I went to the University of Kentucky and majored in biosystems engineering. Then I went to Texas A&M and did an internship after that in a private practice in Oklahoma. Then another one at Kansas State University. Did a surgical residency in Saskatoon in Canada, and then finished up a PhD there. One of the professors that I think had a bigger impact than even he knows is Dan Posey. There was one day I remembered, he's like, if I remember, like, you have an engineering background. And I was like, yep. And he's like, have you ever thought about doing the surgery, like, with the engineering stuff? He was one of the big people that really inspired me to bring those things together.
Thanks in part to Posey's advice, Tucker now conducts research that combines her engineering background and veterinary training as a faculty member at the Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine.
My current research focus is upper airway surgery in horses. The unique thing that I think I'm bringing to the table is that I have a background in engineering, and we're using a lot more computational analysis in that. And so the idea, what I ultimately want to do is make a virtual model of an entire horse airway, essentially from nose to main stem bronchi.
Tucker's research has been accentuated by 3D printing technology, a tool her brother inspired her to incorporate.
One year at Thanksgiving, I was at home with my brother, and he's a computer science major, and he had gotten a 3D printer to play around with. And I had a horse skull at home, and so we said, well, what if we scan it and then 3D print a version of it? So that was what kind of started the 3D printing a little bit. I was reading the human literature about how in humans they scan them and then do virtual modeling for surgeries to plan airway surgeries and to figure out which airway surgery might be best for individual patients. And I really wanted to try to start doing that for our equine patients. So the CT is a very critical part of my research because it allows us to capture the airway geometry as it is in real time so that we can make 3D object files within the computer. And then that can be used for airway modeling or for 3D printing.
Research is just one part of Tucker's contributions to veterinary medicine. As a faculty member at Purdue, she also performs surgery, teaches, and mentors students.
The average day for me is a bit different every day, and that honestly is why I went into academia. So there are some days where I get out of bed in the morning and my day is full of appointments. There are some days that I'm giving lectures and reading and writing. So teaching and mentorship to me it's awesome. When it comes to mentoring students, that for me is just a part of who I am. When they ask me a question, I want to help them.
Tucker also enjoys her time out of the office, clinic, and classroom in West Lafayette, Indiana, walking the local trails, frequenting the gym, attending festivals, cheering on the Purdue basketball team, and visiting her brother and parents in Lexington, Kentucky.
During my PhD and during COVID, I took up lifting weights in the gym quite a bit, and so that has become a fairly regular part of my week. It helps me relieve stress and just gives me something else outside of work.
Tucker is proud to represent both the class of 2014 and Texas A&M as a recipient of the Rising Star Award.
I loved my time at Texas A&M. Being an out-of-state student, I really felt taken care of. Texas A&M, for me, had a large sense of honor and integrity. And I think those are things that have really been a part of my career path and a part of values that I want to have as a surgeon. So to be recognized is very humbling. I honestly think about a lot of my classmates that are also rising stars as well. And I appreciate the fact that I've accomplished a lot, but I do think that in general, the class of 2014 is out there doing an outstanding job. I'm very fortunate that I've had just so many amazing people in my life to help with my career path.